Wassail tigers. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat. I really love your tiger feet. So, fifth new moon and a beautiful big stack, a double stack of brand new cards to help us with this journey. Now, today I am doing readings in honor of San Tarot, S-A-N Tarot, on YouTube. Check her out. She does the most beautiful messages. She always lays out a series of cards, 12 cards. I'm going to read like her, although when I just did Oxen, they made me change it. But the intention is to honor San Tarot for all the beautiful messages she's been giving me. So, what do we have for those lovely tigers? What do we have for those lovely tigers? I'm just going to keep popping them down. What do we have, please, for this fifth moon for tigers? What do tigers have going on? Ooh, these are brand new cards, and every time I see them, they're exciting me. One of the decks, the Muse deck, I've not seen anybody using, so I am particularly excited by that. Oh, they're so gorgeous. So, two more please, two more. There they are. Right, I'm also calling upon the spirit of cacao by opening a little bit of chocolate. While I have a little look at the story before going into it. So I need to look at them. Give me a sec. Okay. There's a huge sense of mirroring. Again, I mean, I know it might be that that's what these cards are always going to give me, this sense of duality, but it really is about duality. So, in the first card you have is the moon. And this is emotions, water. This is letting go. Finding the space between your yin and yang. And howling at the moon. This is a really important moon for you, Tiger. You've really got to feel this moon energy, and you've got to rebirth. You see, I wanted to read them in 2 rows, but like with Oxen, I'm being asked to read them in pairs downwards. So, I'm sorry, Sam, but I did try to do your way, but they keep telling me to do a different way. So, this is 18. You've got to change. You've got to let go of the things that you think serve you, old habits. You've got to transform them. You have the death card. So 18 and 13. But again, there's a moth. Actually, there's a slight Silence of the Lambs bit going on here with the moth over the mouth. But that's not part of your message. You haven't got to go out and start eating people. But maybe you've got to consume your own self to release it, to bring everything to you. It's almost so you're not being honest with yourselves, and that's what you're seeking to do, to bring this clarity. There's so much going on in this card. There's a sense of weaving magical bliss going on. There's a wonderful web being formed here. You've really got to release the past. And I'm getting a real sense, because this card's very blue, very communication. It's like you're, okay, there's so much of you that you've never voiced, that you've kept hidden and blocked, and you can't fly into the light as moth would until you actually let go. It's almost like moths too heavy to get up. You've got to let go of things. But this sense of emotional release, this being in suspended, your emotions, Tiger, are heavy on you, and they don't need to be. They need to be transformed. So you need to turn your back on the things that you hold dear. And then the next two cards we have are the Three of Cups and the Chariot, which is a completion and a new beginning. This is beautiful energy. This group of three people, it's not about turning your back on people. It's about standing in your truth and allowing people that no longer need to be with you to just go, and to not be mournful. That's the point of the mournfulness in the Death card before, is to not be mournful. You have to move forwards. There's a real sense of you can't see this. This first half of the reading, actually, throughout, my goodness, you've got your eyes closed in every card except one. This is about seeing your truth. You're not seeing your truth properly. And you're looking backwards too much, but you will be moving forwards. That's the general theme. So, allow things to change. Your solar plexus is the truth. It's how you think of you. This moon is about dealing with yourself. Before this divine masculine sun energy comes down on the 21st of June in the next moon cycle, it's almost there's like a stampede. I'm really hearing this. It's very odd because we're all in a sense of isolation at the moment, and yet it feels to me as though you're stuck waiting. There's two things. You're stuck waiting to move forwards, but also it feels like everything's moving forwards around you, and you feel as though it's not happening. You're not looking at it, and yet the cosmos is giving you all the energy to bring you forwards. There's a lot of star healing energy coming through in those two cards. Sorry, I should probably show you them a little more, because they're new. I can't stop looking at them. They're so beautiful. So excited for you and me. So Tigers, trust. I'm being told trust. I'm going to keep moving on to come out. So you've got the High Priestess. Again, she has her eyes closed. And she has her eyes closed but open. That's beautiful. So she has her eyes closed, but look, really close on. She has her eyes open. Just open your eyes. It's a fear. You have a fear of opening your eyes. We've got the Four of Materials. Again, eyes are closed. But again, this both of these cards has this wonderful, expansive, magenta spiritual energy coming in. It's like you're being given things. Again, I'm feeling like you can't voice yourself. This High Priestess has got an inability to speak out. She's using her mind and she is connected to the moon. She's also connecting with Saturn, which is in retrograde. There's a video about that. There's something, you're dreaming. You're going to dream some truths that are you. Dreaming truths that belong to you. But you need to nourish yourself. There's a tiny camel in the background here. You need to nourish yourself. It's a fear of the earth. Saturn is trying to get you. It's almost like, and I'm getting itchy skin, like there's little creatures all. It's like you have a fear of the natural world, tigers, at the moment. You're tigers. You're a really top predator. And tiger is high priestess energy. So you're being gifted with this transformative energy, but you do have to open your eyes. This is why they're all closed, because it's about doing it in a dream world. You need to set intentions before sleeping, to ask your guides to help you to witness the things that you need to move on from, the truths that you need to bring up, the things you need to speak. Now, these are past issues. This is the first card, the Queen of Voices. And she is the only card with her eyes fully open, but she's looking backwards. She's looking into the past. So you have to go into your past right now. Stop being fearful. Stop hiding away from the things that you think are just too traumatic to look at. They're not. Because actually underneath this, you've got the Six of Materials. You've got absolute flow. If you look back and voice your concerns, this burst of blissfulness comes about. And it's a real saturation of love. But you can't experience this love without loving you. This darkness on this card below is this idea of avoiding the earth, avoiding the natural world. That's what you've got to do. Look back at yourself and ask yourself, what have I not looked at to bring me into the energy of the now and in the natural world? What are the things that you can't, where are the moments in your life where you could have done something more in the natural world, but it gave you fear? And connect with it. This Queen of Voices, I mean, you know, I'm hearing Die Sternflammenden Königin, the Queen of the Night from Mozart's Magic Flute. This is the woman who comes down as a star-blazing queen. But you can't do that if you're only looking backwards. You've got to turn round and face forwards. Now, you do turn round. You've got the Page of Pentacles. So, a new place in the world. You've turned round, but you're not opening your eyes yet. But you're zen with this notion. This is that High Priestess energy, your tiger spirit energy, connecting down into the earth finally. And this just came up in the last reading, but if you look very closely at the bottom, there's a little tiny root around the shoe that's connecting into the ground. This is your first tentative steps into the flow. It's ego. It's almost like you can't admit to yourself your fears, but the Queen of Voices is giving you flow. And this Page of Pentacles, when you begin to connect, that's when your balance comes. So you need to find the balance between these two parts of yourself. Look, this card has an awakening, but you need to have a zenness. You're looking for balance without seeing balance, and yet Your smoky mirror version of you understands the balance, but because you're not willing to connect with that energy, you're not feeling the balance. And when you do, then you get the movement forwards. It is going to feel a little bit, and I don't want to say mournful or sad. I just want to say a little bit, the movement's coming, but you have a sense of this. I'm really feeling a sense of this energy of the thing that's most traumatized you in the earth is from very long time ago in your childhood. She's tugging on her hair. She's looking to comfort herself, and actually, you have with that card the Queen of Cups. This is bliss of emotions. When you get this balance, when you face that fear and release it, and know that it's not part of you, it's part of an energy that was in your DNA that was triggered within you. It's not an energy that belongs to your soul, tigers. You're tiger. You are High Priestess energy. Wake up and release the fears, because this is your one beautiful, full cup floating on a sea of blissful emotions. And look, no hands. It's like, I've let go. I've finally let go. And that's what's coming with this moon, the chance to really let go of your fears. Yeah, they're such beautiful cards, Tiger. And I'm reading the bottom card at the end. That's your completion. The world. Look. 21, the world. It's about coming into yourself. There's a series of circles, stepping through a portal. There's a sense of Kundalini energy, Uberos, not Kundalini, Uberos energy, completing a full cycle. This is your moment to complete your cycle. And just down at the very bottom here, there's a tiny little snag, as if that's all it was. If this thing that's traumatized you, if you look at it in the totality of your whole life, it's so tiny compared to all the beautiful, wonderful, amazing things that you've done in your life, and yet you're allowing it to be the one thing that's... I am getting that sense from this moon of the drowning. It's drowning you. But look, this is coming out. This is your moment to step out from a tiny... I don't want to disrespect you and say that any trauma that you went through was insignificant. But what it's saying is that you've magnified that trauma into a size so large that it's weighing you down. It's that suitcase that she's carrying. Actually, do you know what? I'm being told to say, throw the suitcase overboard. Because you are going to complete this in this moon cycle. So tigers, it's a beautiful energy, but open your eyes to yourselves and see the truth. And remember this Queen of Voices, the Sternflammenden Königin. I'm also, they're now saying to me, a hellish wrath is cooking in my heart. That's what you've done with it. That's one of the lines that she sings. Der Hollerachen kocht in meinen Herzen. A hellish wrath is cooking in my heart, and it doesn't need to. That's your true heart, that release that you have, and that moving forwards into something new and completing. So, that's your reading, tigers. Wassail.